Yesterday, the CEO of TikTok, the communist Chinese mind control app that's largely responsible for countless American children being confused about what gender they are, testified in front of Congress about security concerns, privacy issues, and other aspects of their information warfare operation.
Yes or no? Do any ByteDance employees in China, including engineers,
That's the parent company of TikTok, by the way,
currently have access to U.S. user data?
Today, all U.S. user data is stored by default in the Oracle Cloud infrastructure, and access to that is controlled
do any
by American
ByteDance
personnel.
employees in China, including engineers, currently have access to U.S. data?
Congressman, I would appreciate this is a complex topic. Today, all data is stored by
no,
default.
it's not that complex. Yes or no, do they have access to user data?
After Project Texas is done, the answer is no. Today, there's still some data that we need to delete.
But we've heard already from the ranking.
There's still some data that we need to delete. I'm sure that the Chinese will just forget that exists. That's an answer that definitely deserves a follow-up. So here's Congressman Neil Dunn from Florida.
Has ByteDance spied on American citizens?
I don't think the spying is the right way to describe it. This is ultimately
We can differ on that.
this is ultimately an internal
Any
investigation.
TikTok.
I don't think spying is the right way to describe it. That's the wrong answer, sir. Here's what Republican Congresswoman Kathy Rogers from Washington said to the communist agent.
TikTok collects nearly every data point imaginable, from people's location to what they type and copy, who they talk to, biometric data, and more. Even if they've never been on TikTok, your trackers are embedded in sites across the web. TikTok surveils us all. And the Chinese Communist Party is able to use this as a tool to manipulate America as a whole. We do not trust TikTok will ever embrace American values for freedom, human rights, and innovation. TikTok has repeatedly chosen the path for more control, more surveillance, and more manipulation. Your platform should be banned.
Democrat Congresswoman Yvette Clarke out of New York has other concerns, however. She doesn't think that TikTok is promoting black people enough.
And this problem happens in parallel to the lack of adequate recognition, attribution, and compensation to black creatives for their content.
Lack of recognition. They're not boosting them enough in the algorithm. They're not paying them enough. They're not worshiping them enough.
The exploitation, cultural misappropriation, the erasure.
What she meant there is cultural appropriation. She can't even pronounce what it is that she's complaining about. And what she's complaining about is that there's a lot of black people upset that white kids go viral on TikTok dancing to black music. A couple years ago, some popular black TikTokers went on strike, Rolling Stone magazine. Why is it so hard for black creators to get their due? They're 13% of the population, but they feel that they need to be featured in 90% of all media.
We need transparency, accountability, and bold action to mitigate against misinformation, bias, and exclusion.
Exclusion? I mean, they're not going viral enough. They're not getting enough views. They need to boost black people more. On YouTube, if you're black and want to be a YouTuber, they'll just give you free money if you just apply for the YouTube Black Voices Fund. What is the YouTube Black Voices Fund, you ask? In 2020, we launched the YouTube Black Voices Fund, a multi-year commitment. Of course, not just going to be 1 year. I mean, that would be racist. They need more money, more money, more. Multi-year commitment dedicated to spotlighting and growing black creators and music on our platform by giving them access to resources to help them thrive on YouTube. Even though the CEO, Shu Chu, got chewed out by Republicans and Democrats, many Democrats do not want the app to get banned because obviously, they are Marxists in line with the Communist Chinese Party. Many TikTok stars actually traveled to Washington, D.C. to protest the members of Congress who are demanding that the app be banned.
You know, Robert, I just realized something. Republicans ain't got no swag. That's why they want to ban TikTok. Republicans ain't got no swag. That's the problem. And I mention that in the context of engaging young people in the democratic process.
You ain't got no swag, white boy. NBC News. TikTok ban would be a slap in the face to young Democrat voters, activists warn. Gen Z voters lean overwhelmingly Democrat because, well, kids are dumb. And they've been brainwashed, systematically grown up now with smartphones in their hands since they were small children. But some Democrats warn they'll stay home if the White House bans their favorite app. The Biden administration is demanding that TikTok's communist Chinese owners actually sell their ownership share in the company. But it certainly isn't going to get banned. And even if they did demand it to be banned, then we would see Apple and Google not remove it from the Play Store and finally stand up against censorship, because TikTok is a cancer on our society that they want to keep eroding the minds of Americans. Of course, when Donald Trump was president and floated the idea of possibly banning TikTok, the Democrats were absolutely furious.
Has anybody noticed that everyone wants to go after and destroy TikTok due to China influence and national security? When I wanted to disable TikTok 3 years ago, I was met with opposition from rhinos, Democrats, and everyone else. They actually went to court in an effort to stop me. Now they realize I was right and have changed their tune. Sadly, I've been right about everything. And you know what? The Democrats know it. The radical left knows it. The communists and the Marxists within our own country know it. They want to turn our country into a communist country, Marxist country. They want to turn our country into something that we're not going to let them have.
TikTok is filled with so many weirdos and gender benders preying on children like Jeffrey Marsh that it actually makes Twitter seem like a normal place. The Libs of TikTok Twitter account became famous because the woman who runs it would just look on TikTok and find the countless weirdos and then upload those videos on Twitter, because most of us, Americans, adults, we weren't on TikTok. We weren't paying any attention to what was going on over there. And it's horrifying. We've all known that social media is disastrous for children, but now it's becoming undeniable just how much damage it's been doing on the youth. So numerous states are trying to restrict, finally, children's access to social media. The governor in Utah signed a bill that requires teens to get their parental permission in order to join social media. Josh Hawley has proposed a ban on all social media for kids under 16. These changes are long overdue. It should have been done 10, 15 years ago. And at this point, it may be impossible to put the toothpaste back into the tube. Even if the kids aren't using or aren't allowed on social media, people like this are now teachers in America and allowed in the classroom.
I'm a queer teacher, and I 1000% do not support this bill.
What kind of a country have we become when we allow people like this to be teachers?
A 4-year-old in my class today was naming all the girls in class, and then she said my name. And I just tell her, I'm not a girl, don't include me.
Not a girl, it's a they, them.
And then another 4-year-old whipped around, like, mixed kid is a people. And another 4-year-old at a different table looks at her and goes, they're a they. Made my non-binary teacher heart very happy today.
Of course they're going to believe you when you tell them that you're not a woman or a man. They believe in Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy. 10 years ago, finding eccentric oddities on social media used to be fun. It was like watching the old school Jerry Springer show before it was just about the fights, when he would just feature circus freaks. But now these people are teachers in elementary schools, middle schools, high schools across the country, and human resource directors in Fortune 500 companies who demand that we not only not laugh at them and make fun of them, but that we worship them. Some of us old school YouTubers saw this coming many years ago and did our best to try to warn society about it, but looks like our warnings fell on deaf ears. And as usual, it turns out that the supposed conspiracy theorists were right. By the way, today, Friday, is the last day to save 15% off of any of my shirts from markdice.com by using the promo code conspiracy15 at the checkout. So order my new Conspiracy Theorists Were Right shirt, my climate change shirt, which shows how the climate changes each season, my Operation Mockingbird shirt, or any of my awesome designs, all available in a t-shirt, long sleeve, and a hoodie, and a whole bunch of different colors as well. So head on over to markdice.com or click the link in the description below and check them out.